Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you're watching me from. This is Ghana Boy India. And guys, if it's the first time on this channel, kindly click on the bell button, click on the subscription button as well, and make sure you stay active on this very channel as your likes, your share, and your subscription means a lot to Ghana Boy. Guys, for some time now, I've been getting so many questions from people asking, Ghana Boy, what is the next step? Ghana Boy, what are we doing? As to some concerns some Ghanaians have been raising when it comes to the issue of illegal immigrants, when it comes to the issue of, people that are not Ghanaians, activities which we are seeing the majority of these people are venturing into, which are illegal, and how we can push our authorities to do the needful. And at the moment, everything is being cleared to us as we are getting. It is one thing to seek for answers, and it is one thing to get answers you are seeking for. I'm not going to say much, but the response which has been coming from the government of Ghana has always been the same. And today, this is a response from the Foreign Affairs Minister of Ghana, Mr. Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, making it known to every Ghanaian and everybody across the African continent that this is not a time for we, to be calling on some of our African brothers to leave our countries because of crimes they are committing. That when they leave, what guarantee do we have that the crimes is going to go to zero? That we should be compassionate rather as African people, rather than saying that this person leave or this person should leave my country. I'm not going to say much. Listen to this yourself and put your thoughts in the comment section.
We must believe in made in Africa. And we must begin to have more compassion for each other. And I feel strongly about this point, particularly at this time that we are seeing another round of xenophobia rear its ugly head. We cannot be talking about trading amongst ourselves, integrating, when we are not welcoming of each other. When we believe that other Africans pose a threat to us when they come to do business in our countries. If it is the case that some guests are not following domestic laws, let law enforcement deal with that. Don't take the law into your own hands. Don't declare fellow Africans unwanted in your country. Don't be hostile to them. Don't dehumanize them. Don't assault them. Don't attack them. We cannot build that integrated Africa that our founding fathers dreamt of if we do not increase love, compassion for each other. We cannot achieve that. And my brothers and sisters, let's consider a recent development. So Russia invaded Ukraine 4 years ago. The UNHCR reports that about 10 million Ukrainians were displaced. 5.3 million Ukrainians had to flee Ukraine. Have you seen any Ukrainian refugee camp anywhere? All these Ukrainians were accepted by fellow Europeans. Most of them in Germany, in Poland, in Czech. They were not only accepted and taken in, brought home, their governments, European governments, came up with what they call special integration policies, where they expedited their integration into their countries so they can immediately qualify for job placements, for social security. They accepted their own. You will not find until this day, 4 years into that war, any Ukrainian refugee camp anywhere in the world. They have been welcomed, integrated, and fully assimilated. The US and Canada actually designed special visas for Ukrainians fleeing the war. What are we doing in Africa? We are saying Ghana must go, Nigeria must go. Go to where? Is this not our continent? Are we not one people? Are we not family? And after you've driven out all those Africans from your country, are you sure that crime rate will be zero? Are you sure that the unemployment crisis in your country will immediately vanish? No, it will not. Rather, our solution is more integration, to come together, to love each other more, to believe in our product, believe in our innovation, purchase our goods, merge, form partnerships, and work together towards the economic emancipation of our continent. That is what we should be doing. And as we see the incredible acceptance of Ukrainian refugees and that beautiful story, the international community has forgotten that the biggest displacement is not Ukrainians leaving Ukraine. It's what is going on in Sudan, where over 14 million Sudanese are displaced. Have you heard any African country say that Sudanese, you are welcome, come join us? We're coming up with special integration policies for you. The last time I checked, it was only His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama who sent special aid, relief items to the people of Sudan on behalf of the government and people of Ghana. And he did not only do that for the Sudanese, he did that for the Jamaicans during Hurricane Melissa, did that for the Cubans, and also did that for the Palestinian people. Ghana's new foreign policy is consciously demonstrating to the world that you don't need to have so much to have a heart, to be caring, to be kind, and to have fellow feeling for our common humanity. You don't need to have excess. You don't need to have so much. All you need is a heart. All you need is to be kind. All you need is to have fellow feeling. And that is what this continent needs at this time. Not driving out fellow Africans. Fellow Africans are not the problem. What we need is the strategic leadership, the vision to integrate, to work together, to love each other, and to attain the promise of political and economic liberation. And the government of Ghana feels very strongly about this, and we hope